Welcome back to Politics. Today we're going to be going through my prediction for who will win the Rust Belt in the 2024 presidential election. Alright, so we'll be starting off just going through some electoral college predictions on what could happen if either candidate were to win the Rust Belt. So currently the polls have Trump up in, well, it's a bit of a close story, but according to the 538 model, which is just over here, in each of these three Rust Belt states, Biden has a slight lead. In Michigan, he's got almost 50 out of 100 times he's projected to win the state of Michigan. And then in Pennsylvania, the case is 54 out of 100 times. And then I believe the closest margins, Wisconsin is 55, so Pennsylvania is the closest margin. And all Biden needs to do to secure the presidency is to win these three Rust Belt states one more time. And that would barely bring him up to the magical number needed to win the election, that being 270 electoral college votes. So that means Trump could win Nevada, Arizona, and Georgia, as well as North Carolina. All Biden would need is to win Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. There's also a chance that the Rust Belt breaks up and that the three don't vote together. The most likely situation in which this would happen is with Wisconsin flipping red and possibly seeing Arizona flip blue on the presidential level. It's going to be a close margin, but I do think the abortion referendum on the ballot is going to help Biden's chances in Arizona. We'll have to see what happens, but I do think that those two states are probably the two likeliest to flip. But regardless, it's going to be a really close election. It brings Biden to 271 or 270 electoral college votes if those two states flip, to Trump's 267 or 268. So, and then we'll go on over to the 538 model forecast here. So that's kind of the projection, especially in Georgia. Trump is winning 60 out of every 100 times the model is run, and then in Arizona he's winning 55% of the time. And then the final swing state of Nevada, he is winning, I believe this one is pretty much the same. Yep, 55 out of 100 times, so not great for the Biden campaign there. And then Georgia and North Carolina are both, I think North Carolina is 62% out of 62%, so a little bit stronger than Georgia and a little stronger than Nevada and Arizona for sure. But currently Biden is up in the three Rust Belt states. They're going to be some of the most important states in this upcoming election. They're going to be critical for either campaign to win. Biden really needs to win them. Trump can afford to lose a few. He can afford to lose maybe Michigan if Pennsylvania goes red and then Arizona goes red. That brings, well, he wouldn't even need Arizona. Arizona could stay blue. That would bring him to 286. But he's going to need at least some of the Rust Belt in order to win. He can't do it alone with just the Sun Belt. So if Biden is able to secure all three Rust Belt states, it's basically a lock-in for him having a second term. So there would have to be a breakup in the Rust Belt with a Trump victory for that to occur. And of course, the battleground state of Pennsylvania is probably the most sought after. It's got most electoral college votes. And so it's probably going to be one of the closer states in the 2024 presidential election. I'll have to see what ends up happening. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe.